My name is 𝗬cie𝘂'𝗿𝗲, and I own Bridging Business Solutions, and I am a systemologist. And so right now I primarily target the dental market, and I just actually signed up to work with Ari because I really believe in the model that he teaches. But Ari, I would like to ask you a question today.
Sure.
And going back through some of my videos, which I have shared with you since we met last, I'd like to ask about the pricing piece. It's something that you and I talked about a little bit, and traditionally we move through the sales model, we get towards the end of it, and then we talk about pricing. And you said, no, that should be talked about up front. So I'd like for you to talk about that a little bit, because going through an hour of presentation or even multiple meetings before we get to the price point and then the customer pulls away, I feel is a huge waste of my time.
Absolutely. And what I meant by that comment, by bringing pricing up in the beginning, I didn't mean actually talking about how much you charge in the beginning. What I meant was addressing the value of your pricing from the beginning. And what that means specifically is when you're working with someone in an initial conversation like that, you really want to unpack their issue, which I think you do quite well. But what's missing is, I think, is to be able to what I call ROI, or basically financially help them understand what their losses are or lack of gains are by not having what you have. And that requires you to help them feel comfortable articulating with you what the impact is to their business by the problems that they have. And what that means is having them helping them define with you what their economic losses are. So in your case, for instance, they agree, yes, we need processes in our systems in our office. Our team's not getting along well. What you have to be asking questions around is, well, what is the impact to your business when your team cannot get along? You're looking for documents and you can't process new patients. What's the impact of the business? And they're going to say, well, You can say, well, what would you say it's costing you on average on a monthly basis to not have this in place? How much time does it take away from you? How much patients give me just a general idea on an average basis. What's the financial impact to your business by not having this in place?
That's a great question to ask. And actually, I met with a dentist a couple of weeks ago, and it just so happens he's not taken on a new patient in more than 2 years because he is booked solid with his current patients. He wants to grow, does not have the ability to grow in his situation yet. When I got to the pricing piece, I gave him all, after hearing all of his issues, what he's going through, him identifying everything. Like I said, it says though he was ready to go until I brought up.
Here's what was missing there. What I would have asked him was this: how many patients or how much revenue are you leaving the table right now by not being able to have more capacity to take more on? How much you think's out there? What opportunities out there right now that you're going to someone else? What would you guess, John?
That's a great question.
See, now it forces him to not think and actually think about the losses. See, no one ever thinks about the losses. They think about the gains. Oh, I want to grow. I want to make more money. And it's like this pie in the sky idea. They don't think about now how every single day.
I would imagine he's losing at least $500,000 a year.
Okay, now if you get there with someone in the beginning, your price is a no-brainer. It's never expensive.
It is absolutely.
So good to see you, Glenda. Thanks for coming on.